Good evening and welcome. We are now in week 3 of our Leapfrog League, and tonight your commentary team will be Tales of Mr. E. Give us a verbal wave.
Hello.
And joining E is one of my favourite OGs of all time, the robotic policeman himself, Robocop 2. Say hello.
Good and clear.
I couldn't at the start, but I can now, so I will pass it over to the two of you. And we
Off
will...
to a great start.
and we'll get started.
Oh, so that was the intro. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Currently let's go through the rankings. We got Tim's chilling quite nicely at the top there with Paladin second. A lot of these guys have been around for a time, and in fact, actually, both of us have met Tim a decade plus ago. Back when he was in the UK.
Saying our age.
Back then, even he was dominating in pretty much any game he touched, wasn't it? So, yeah.
Well, his main two were Guilty Gear, Axe and Claw, and he was playing the BlazBlue series at that point with Bang, and doing pretty much whatever he wanted. And at that time, he was also just dabbling a bit of Street Fighter 4, but he I think, as I remember, he was using Able back then. But yeah, Tim, very strong player in whatever game he really attempts. But we've got Paladin in second, who is up from Scotland, or rather playing with the rest of us here from up in Scotland. I've never unfortunately been able to meet the guy myself, but I've heard good things about him, and
I've met Paladin once
as well. So
he's
obviously his ranking here would suggest, that he is a fairly good player here. So I hope to see good things from him. We've also got Lord Grimulus. Do you know much about him yourself?
Man, that guy, he carries the weight of London KoF on his shoulders. So, mad respect for him. He puts on countless events. For the past however many years, like 5 years or so, 5 years plus, he was doing a lot of Tekken events. Actually, no, he started off with doing East London Fighters as a KoF event, and then KoF 14 specifically, and then went on to do a lot of Tekken events. But I'm pretty sure that he did those, in an attempt to have a pretty good KoF tournament at the same time in the turnout. But yeah, no, he runs loads of events, and more recently, in fact, tomorrow he's got a tournament going on, one of the East London Fighters events for KoF 15, which is going to be an interesting one considering that trains are a bit butchered because of all the train strikes. So it'll be quite interesting to see what the turnout is for that.
Okay. Oh, it's good to see that there are people putting more events on and doing things like that, yeah, especially in person. And I believe I've heard of some of his events, but yeah. You know me, I'm not always in the loop with things with the live events, especially, I suppose, with everyone since, lockdowns and whatnot. But now that they've ended, hopefully there'll be a lot more of those. Well, I can see that he, Lord Grimulus, won 5-0 against his opponent off stream. So, always useful to see how he's going. So I guess we're not going to be seeing that.
He is good at the game. He's definitely good at the game. Like, he's a Ikari Warrior fanboy through and through.
Well, he's Leona Clark and Ralph, or is he shoving in a bit of the? So none of the Haydn then.
He plays Haydn. Well, I don't know. I think he kind of dice rolls and who his third character is, but I'd say Haydn is his strongest from what I've played so far.
Okay. Well, we've also got a match off screen that was Carlo. Well, he had 2 matches there. So he won one and lost one. But we're looking now here at what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches that we're going to get on stream. So the first will be Tim against Paladin. So Tim obviously being number 1, Paladin being number 2 in our rankings. It'd be, I would have thought, quite a close match due to their rankings. What's your opinion on their styles?
Well, it was this is a run back. They actually played once before, back in week 2, in an offline set. So sadly, we didn't get to see it live. However, Tim won that one 5-1. On paper, it sounds like a block, but actually, it is. Every game was pretty close.
Okay. So depending on how they've progressed, it could be that Paladin. Well, this is a good litmus test to see how this really goes. Well, he's got Rock, Kaio, and Leona. Maybe not in that order, obviously, but Rock's quite strong. Yeah, and Leona and Kaio, not weak characters either, so it's pretty good, I think. So yeah, good to see that. And then I didn't catch all of Tim's team. I saw he had Geese there. What were the other 2 characters?
Geese, K-Dash, and Shermie.
So he's got a little grappler for versatility.
Don't worry, you'll get there. I believe in you.
I got it. Yeah, it's versatile. So bit of that would be good to see. We've got K potentially. Well, let's see if it's a bit of zoning or rushdown, and we've got a bit of keys there for, well, just dealing with damage.
Starting off pretty explosive. I mean, Rock is one of those characters that you can kind of play him anywhere, but I think for a lot of players, point is certainly taking the preference for a lot of players. Although what I like about this matchup in particular is that it plays one of the best songs ever. In fighting. It plays one of the best songs ever.
Okay, so pretty aggressive from Paladins, just trying to stay in, relatively close with the far. See, Tim pushing out, just getting some pressure, going in, not zoning back out.
Crashing out for the damage.
Going for the cross up. Roll through the fireball. Ooh, okay, goes the risk for the reversal. Okay.
Barrade. Call it a barrade.
Just,
Definitely didn't mash it out. He barrade. Alright, Kyo.
Tim's just waiting there. Got his opportunity, got in. Yeah, he's keeping back in, applying the pressures with those strings and getting the OTG. He's got the big life lead there. That does occasionally cross up that. Well, I don't know the name of the jumping from Geese, but it's going well for Tim there. He applied some good pressure, got some successful hits. Got through there. There's Kaio. Let's see what Kaio can do with the pressure that he can apply with all these Raka strings and everything like that. So, yep, straight out there with the Rakas.
Yep.
Going back in again. He wants to get right in there, but Tim's not having it. Just after that fireball, he is just closely watching.
I think it's about K-Dash. Yeah, I think he's one of the winners of the patch, but he didn't get enough light on him. So K-Dash is a really interesting one.
Okay, so we'll have to see how this turns out then. Kaio's obviously going to go for the
carry. Okay, good throw on reversal. We just did it! The madman! Yo, Paladin. Oh my word, K-Dash lost so much health there. Alright, Paladin, last character, Leona. But K-Dash hasn't got much health. Yeah, this is probably going to be alright to take out K-Dash, yeah. And still keep all the health. Right, Anchor Shermie. Shermie in the right hand is just so scary, and knowing that Tim is an absolute menace at any fighting game he touches. I'm quite worried for Paladin right now.
Come off. Not quite right. but he's fighting away. Oh, and another one. Still got meter to burn. Oof.
Paladin's doing well. He's
And
not
he's got the meter advantage as well.
exactly.
He's got enough to burn on a max up. And Shirley, well, doesn't really deal well from distance, but she's got great buttons. What's the oof?
Oh boy. Oh, he
Oh, no,
tries it!
over.
Did not pay off. That's the game number 1 going to Tim. My word. That had me on my at the edge of my seat towards the end there. It was getting pretty hard to call as it got to the last characters. So I see now why on the notes that Tim won, but every game was close. That was in the last set they had. I can see that. I think that a lot of it is going to be close. He just starts it with a counter. You madman!
Once again, just Repukins and then staying at range, seeing how what reacts or Paladin reacts. Just going in.
I see. Like Tim doesn't mind going out the corner, because that's the thing about Geese's OTG, is that it takes the opponent out of the corner, and although you get that little bit of extra damage, you're obviously going to lose your O-key and whatnot. But Tim doesn't mind. He's really comfy with that, and you can see. Look at Geese's health, max health practically.
Throw keeps the pressure, but no, Tim just taps him back out again. On his own, in Geese out in the corner, but Repukin comes along and find more pressure.
Cross up.
And into the corner. Oh, and here we go. Is there anything further? No. Didn't burn any super meter there on that one. Behind, and yep. Oh no, he's choosing after the fireball this time to sail in, cross up. No, doesn't hit the cross up. Oh, and Repukin, keeping it simple, keeping it safe.
Indeed. Yeah, no, good.
He seems
Tim's
to play a very...
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. He seems to be playing quite a, sort of good, sort of cautious game with these. Just getting that Repukin out and staying relatively safe. But the owner's now, getting that guess right, getting over. Just little buttons here and there.
Yeah.
Oh.
The 2B, 5B, like Tim's using Geese's buttons really well to just check Leona and stop her from getting a bit too close. And the thing is as well is because Leona's a charge character, it's hard for her to go forward at times.
Yeah. Cross up. Yep. There we go. And OTG.
Oh my word! Yo.
I had a feeling that may have crossed up. But
I think you're right.
If you're concerned about these things, just roll. You don't have to take the mix up. You can just roll, and there will be a little bit of recovery there. And yes, you may not get pressure on Geese after blocking it, but if you're not sure, just roll. And you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, roll. I mean, rolling is a really good way to just avoid an ambiguous jump in.
Whole situation. Yeah. Well, maybe there are situations in Battle that Geese has, or Tim has with Geese, I should say.
That's true. We've got to see those layers like unfold.
Exactly. Bit of pressure there, coming back in again. Okay. He's feeling a bit more confident in chasing up the Repukins with, some of his buttons. Ooh. Something went wrong with an input.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that was meant to be a Repukin or something. Oh boy,
I guess
he's just on fire right now. The pressure Tim's putting on with Geese is immaculate.
Yeah, I think the first couple of games he was watching after the Repukins to see what Paladin would do, and now he knows, got a bit of a guide on what Paladin's going to do, and he chases up after those Repukins a lot more, see, like that. Oh, jump in, pressure, see, neutral jump, okay. That's as much as I was anticipating. He's also willing to cut out a lot more buttons after block pressure from each of Paladin's characters.
Yeah, no, I really love this pressure that Tim putting on right now. And the thing is as well, Paladin's kind of struggling to find a good opening against Tim right now.
Yeah, I think
He needs to find some answers, and I think in particular also some of the strings that Paladin's doing, he's ending it with a whiffed button, and Tim is always clocking on. And yeah, down to Leona.
Yeah, well, this isn't a Street Fighter and lots of whiff punishing going on, but you can get situations where you get one simple opening and it will add up, but especially with someone like Geese who can apply quite a bit of pressure and damage, going to stack up over time. A bit of patience and just making those right.
I agree. Spend it all if you have to.
Or climax.
Yeah, they change it in every game. I don't blame you.
So, well, no, I think it was the right decision. Though you need to get some life back. You need to give yourself a chance. If you don't take out these as quickly as possible, you're not giving yourself a chance to win.
Exactly. Yeah. You can tell Paladin is UK trained because UK players love to just spend the bar to guarantee the kill. Like, don't be frugal with that bar. Get
yeah, well, I think it is mostly the wise decision to do. Nice combos. Hard knockdown. I would have thought pressure and more pressure. He's burning the meter to stay in there.
Oh, the god crash! No, he didn't cash it out fully. I need to double check then. Is that if what that frame data is on the fireball, the EX fireball? Sorry.
I would imagine it's plus if it's.
I don't know. It's really close up. So.
But you're spending that meter. I would imagine, but. Well, I'd need to double check on that one. But
yeah, but either way,
with me, unfortunately.
Tim's literally on fire right now.
Yeah, there was an opening there for Leona where I think she got the jump in into crouch B, but there was no, maximising the damage there. It wasn't like a crouch B, stand A into crouch C, although there are range issues with that, obviously. But there could have been a bit more that he got from that, so I'm guessing he was a little bit unprepared, maybe, or going for something that he just missed. But yeah, back in with Geese. Pressure again. Yeah.
So, quickly looking up the frame data, it is actually +3.
Yeah, wouldn't it? That makes it. Ooh, and there we go. Baiting it out, yep. Rock had success with that in, was it the first match? Not this time. Oh, no cross up.
I think Rock might be able to just do counter against it. He's ready.
Oh, going for those. The life lead means that Tim can be quite patient and just
bit
on the Rapukin a little bit. Oh,
big opening! Oh no, did not convert! He had the jump in.
Oh no, I think that was an accidental counter roll. But yeah, Tim gets it at the end there. Was quite patient once he had that life lead. Didn't go into. He had sort of half life. Let's see if he plays the same sort of game or if he goes all out here.
Gotta say that was a real cheeky round opener where he did CD carry cancel into counter.
Ooh.
A combo.
Yeah. Trying to get something. Ooh.
Okay, good.
That was quite a bit of damage.
He bet it all. Oh no! You hate to see it. Oh man, hate to see it. He didn't. It's hard to confirm off of that. So fair play to Paladin trying it, but Tim was 100% ready for the overhead.
Yeah, I think there's. Let's see how. Oh, yep, he's sat there charging. Is he gonna? See, I always find this quite interesting, the choices that Tim makes, I should say, with his Geese, because he's quite patient now, even though he's on a life deficit, a heavy life deficit. So is he trying to just whittle away what he can over time, or is he going to play it risky? He did a bit of both. He's always makes very interesting decisions.
I think that's the thing about Tim is it's quite hard to get a read on him on his playstyle. Like he can be very aggressive if he wants to, but then he has immaculate defense as well.
Well, just like there with Leona, staying patient, he's staying out with Kay, see, relying on the in trigger, or aim triggers. Oh, nice earring combo. Oh, wow.
Combo for SUPA.
Something went wrong there.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh. Pressure,
Okay.
keeping him, and now, he's
Very good anti,
pressing now. Okay, so he sensed that there's a little bit of, you know, angst from Paladin, so he's been
retreat! Okay.
Oh. Going in, staying just a little bit to delay things. Paladin's coming in, trying to get this back, but it's gonna hurt.
Is that enough?
Oh, is that it?
Definitely enough. Boom.
Yeah.
Tim.
What's 5? Is that
Is
4
that-
or 5-0 now?
That's
Yeah, I'm looking at
4 on the board. Damn, Tim's looking
Wow.
real solid.
Yeah.
I wonder if Tim actually just looked back at the matches and was like, okay, let me just get a download on Paladin like the moment the set starts. Because right now, it's been quite a while since we've seen Tim Shermy.
So, but yeah, you see, he's testing out the Repukins, and he wasn't going in. He was just doing stand D from range, just to try and catch some sort of bump, thinking that Paladin was going to twitch, and he didn't. It's all actually going relatively well. Paladin's playing a bit more patiently now.
Yep.
Although he's going in, you see, he jumped straight after the Repukin, something that, well, Tim didn't do a lot of. He was a lot more patient. Gets the cross up. It keeps the pressure. See, stays patient after the Repukin.
Yeah, the thing is about Rock's Repukin is that it's very safe. So, but you can jump in the startup. In a lot, not every situation, but in a lot of them you can.
This is the thing. I think Paladin, when he's being a little bit safer now, you can see he's actually got the advantage. He's not just jumping and trying to pressure him all the time. He's playing a little bit more like Tim played in the first match, and the second match, really.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's very calculated right now with his approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can really see that he's just avoiding overcommitting on any of the strings, and it's paid off. He's now got the character lead for the first time in quite a while. Yeah, this patient rock play, I really like it. Where
It's paying a bit more for him, because he's not just jumping into buttons or moving into buttons quite a lot. He's not as being as twitchy. So maybe he's relaxing into it a little bit more, or maybe he's just a little bit more confident with the buttons and timing.
and what a time to choose to really get into the groove, because he's Tim's one match away.
But there you go, it's just a neutral jump instead of a forward jump. And, yeah, fast anti, but just doesn't crush it too much. But this could be it. Yeah. He was playing more conservatively, not trying to be overly aggressive and just running in and blocking with his face, which I thought was good. But let's see what. Oh.
You are
Straight.
the shake up of the style. The thing is that
See
Kyo
what it
is
does.
chilling with 4 bars. Actually, both players are.
This could be quite painful, seeing as K always has, well, yeah, if he gets you in the corner, you've got to be concerned.
Guard crush. Oh, unfortunately, couldn't cash out.
Got pressure in the corner.
Paladin's
There
struggling.
we go.
I was about to say Paladin's struggling in this corner, but he literally just found a fantastic way out. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I think Tim
Ring
got
of
a bit
fire.
too comfortable with pressuring in the corner. He's got a hard knockdown, does he? What sort of setup? Oh, just asleep. Okay. Ooh, not a safe jump though.
The I messed up safe jump. The improv.
Let's see what is. Oh, no charged. Oh, got the overhead, but no cancel into SUPA. Pushing out.
Fortunate. Probably
Ooh.
we didn't.
I think Leona is probably buffering a lot of SUPAs when she jumps there, because there's a lot of iron triggers there. I'm guessing he's hoping to punish, but in the end there's a mess up on an input and he gets a random DP. Oh, I'm guessing it's a mess up. I would have thought that was meant to be an 9 trigger.
Alright, this is the Shermie I was talking about. We haven't seen her in a long while. Not since the first game.
Ooh, that one. That one. Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
It's definitely gonna hurt. You can also cancel into climax.
Yeah, still got 2 bars after this as well, so it's got another max mode. What's the setup from here? If any? Ooh, no.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Good EXTP.
Oh, nice.
Okay, nice.
Back tap. What's he gonna get from here? No, that's over.
Throw, and that's it.
Always gotta be careful. Always gotta be careful of that.
Indeed.
Especially
and,
in this game when every character has a pretty good standard grab.
And yeah, Tim
Pressure from Rock was there, it's good.
taking it 5-0 against Paladin. As
Overextended.
yeah, I mean we certainly saw the adjustments in that last match, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough for taking the W over Tim. But my word, that Geese put in the work.
Yeah, Geese did do a lot of good work. There were flashes of really good corner pressure from K, which I like to see. But I think there was a lot of situations where it felt like Paladin wasn't getting the maximum out of a situation. You'd see him get a few hits here and there, and then, you know, as you said, you know, he might whiff a thing here and there, and he'd get hit by Tim for it. Or there were situations where, you know, with Leona, he may not have charge, and so he was going for just taps into run up and trying something else, and Tim would, you know, knock him out of it a lot of the time. It was a good thing to see, but I think there's stuff that Paladin can look at and go and say, well, yeah, I could have done a little bit more here. But Tim played very, very strongly. I think the patient style from Paladin did him better as well.
Yeah.
He overextended himself a lot, and yeah, blocking with your face is never fun.
I'm hoping Paladin. I mean, we saw Paladin did all the adjustments, so I'm hoping he incorporates that into his playstyle overall, because it's a lot more solid when he does choose to be a bit more calculated. Coming up next, we have Kusoge against Dobiq.
Yep. Dobiq. My French friend. I hope he does well, but I will not be biased on this one. I'm going to have to go and pull this one down the middle. Now, I don't know much about, what was it, Isla or Isla or whatever her name is, was the new character in this version. I know that she's got the hands and she's got a lot of aerial mobility, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, oh yeah, Kusoge's first game is KoF game is 15. Look at that.
Good to see it. Yeah, I'm interested to see the matchups and see how it plays out. See if there's, you know, because I always anticipate a character like Haydn to zone out a bit more, not apply too much pressure, and be a bit scummy, really. But we'll see how that goes. And Benimaru in this game, obviously, maybe not as good as previous games, but still a good character and has received some good buffs in the last update. So, yeah, I'm not sure of how good he is in this version. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see the matchups here.
We're definitely seeing a lot more. I think in ICFC, I want to say Asia. I think there was a Benny in, I want to say Grand Finals, but it might be certainly top 8. So he's definitely become a character now in this patch.
Oh, that's really cool.
Isla, I think she, in the right hand, she is terrifying. Like, my word, the trickery she has.
Oh, wow.
Her movement, her buttons, her confirms. She can get something after this. Oh, messed up the follow-up, unfortunately.
Yeah, pressure from Benny, but no, is that a fast stand C from Isla?
That's right.
The big scoop.
Yep,
Okay.
RC. There is a gap though if you're right up to her. So there are gaps in the hitbox. but what you see with the hand is roughly where the hitbox is.
Okay, so there's a gap in between her and the hand. Sort of
Yeah.
thing.
So, like, for example, if you were to jump in with her, jump in against her, it's not that reliable as an anti-air.
Well, Hyden's holding his own here. He's doing quite well. Maybe taking more risks than I would have anticipated, but gets the most command grab. He's stealing some good health there, which he needs. And is he gonna get the kill? Yep.
So this is something a lot of people will need to quickly learn about the Hyden matchup, is how to navigate his fireballs, because not only has he got the fireballs, he's also got the flash kick, and he's got big buttons. You know, he's a tall boy.
Yeah, he's quite hard to always get around, so we'll see how that goes. And it means that you can play a relatively simple game plan, I find, with Hyden. You know, just keep your buttons easy, and there you go, simple combo. Keep staying at range, putting out that fireball. See what beat out an EX something. Fireball. But Leona's trying to just stay relatively safe at a zone. Not trying to... I do wonder what Dobiq's trying to do with the EXs on Wake Up that are getting beaten out, but maybe it's an EX grab, because I can't imagine EX Flopstick is getting beaten out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the EX Fireballs thinking that he had a bit of... Oh my word, that hit!
Finger bastards! Boom.
I don't think Greedy wants to give her the finger.
I think he did. He gave her the finger at least once. But he's having fun there, you can tell that much. But let's see what he does with Shami. Running grab, you gotta be careful. It's very fast in that move. It is feels a bit random when you get hit by it, but it is genuinely good. It makes sure that you have to press buttons in neutral, otherwise she can get you out of nowhere. It turned around! It turned around!
Wait, why does it say most salt? Why is there a most salt score on the right there? Anyway.
So another running grab. It is, he's going for an EX combo. He had more, he could have maxed up, but he obviously feels comfortable doing this. Ooh, no.
I mean, look at that damage.
Ooh, no, that's gonna hurt. But that's all the meter gone for Vanessa. Let's see what.
Oh my word! Wake up grab.
Now. Oh, is it going to be big?
There's no bar to play with though.
Yeah, there we go. Good buttons on Shami again. Now, just to ask a question, can she do any super cancels from her command grab that allow her to extend out combos from it, or is it, nothing like that?
I'm not sure actually. Unfortunately, I've not played or seen that much Shami. I'm the kind of guy that will pick the top tier. So if I don't know, let's say Alioun, okay, has made a tier list, I will look at all those characters in S tier. That's pretty much where my focus will be. Everyone else doesn't exist to me. However, I'm a professional commentator, so.
Well, Venmo is doing more work here now. He's staying safer out of the range of Isla's fast MC, and just using buttons to stay safe, and then come back in at different times. Looks like he's trying to get her to whiff every now and then, but not being 100% successful. Quite likely though.
I love it. The DP after the slice.
Lots of DPs. Ooh. And yet, you see, he's just staying, there we go, just outside that Class C range. Doing a good job of it, actually.
Just absolutely wild. Absolutely wild.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of the, was it Raijinkan is the fireball from Benimar, I think?
Yeah.
So he was doing those aerially to stay out of the range of the Fast C, get a whiff of some sort, using the dive kick occasionally to delay coming down from the air. He's just zoning out quite nicely. Yeah, just staying out of range would feel really uncomfortable for Leona because she doesn't have many buttons there. I'd like to see a bit more fast MC maybe from her, or a bit more sweep from that range. Or, you know, the running swipe, I've forgotten the name of that special move. But yeah, like there, you see it, just there. He's saying, just see that way. He's just zoning her out, being really annoying, and really pushing her, and making her make mistakes. But it's the moon slash.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of, you know, that round took quite a while, so, you know, Leona didn't really recover much health.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, there it is again. Dobby's just keeping Leona at a range which he feels uncomfortable, and then gets in, does that, see, and he's backing off, fireball pressure. Sort of picking his moment to come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing really well.
The dirty cross up.
There
He's
you
doing
go,
it for however many years that Hayden's been around.
Well, let's see if he plays the same game here and just sort of tries to zone out Vanessa, because I think he's probably going to run in a lot. Oh no! He's just going in for the command grab. See, gets the knockdown, gets the pressure. What does he do from here? Oh, continues to try to pressure. Vanessa comes in with button. Yeah, he's being quite aggressive here. See if he changes his playstyle, or
I think
he's got the life lead.
This is quite a struggle for Vanessa, because if Dobiq decides to throw a fireball, then Vanessa kind of has to overcommit, and you can see the overcommitment from Kusoge to trying to run in to stop Hayden from setting up the fireballs, and it's just not paying off because it's a bit too aggressive.
Well, as you said at the beginning, people need to learn how to get around those hidden fireballs, and I don't think Kusoge's quite got the knack of it just yet. I believe, you know, he'll be able to before the end of this set, and it'll be, you know, be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, it's gonna be let's see if Benima continues to zone Isla.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the last match was pretty wild between these two. They were just swinging non-stop. There we go, Dragon Punch.
Oh no, he doesn't get the reset, but yeah, see, staying safe, and then just coming in every now and then, but very delayed on it, just biding his time. It'd be nice to see Isla come in a little bit if Benima isn't.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. Because right now they're both playing at this really bizarre range that is like Isla's fast C, but slightly out of that range.
Exactly, and that's the thing though. If Isla tries to come in, she will get hit by a few DPs because, well, as you can see there from Benima, he is putting them out. But it's one of those things that the life is kind of determining, I think, what Dobiq's doing, and he's pressuring. He loses Benima. Yeah, I think the life is kind of determining what he's doing here. But let's see what he plays. How he plays with how he uses Paladin.
Goes in there. Okay, nice. Good bait on the Dragon Punch. So I should be saying flash kick because you can't mash a flash kick.
Right, so there was it Moon Flasher, I believe it's called, or is that just Leona's version? Well, either way, he gets the finger gun, EX finger pistol, into getting some life back, which is probably the wise idea, seeing as he needs to catch up a bit more life. But now, let's see if he zones or if he pressures. Oh, yeah, he's just staying safe. Rolls away. Once he feels comfortable and he's got the fireball up, that's when he seems to come in. Yeah. Just doesn't come in on his own terms.
I think you can kind of see also that Kusoge seems to really want to keep holding that charge, but it's a bit too long. That he's refusing to move at times with the Leona, and right now you can see it's not paying off at all as Dobiq just sets up the pressure and plays at the range that he's comfy with.
Exactly. But he's actually well, this is one of the things we haven't seen much of Leona's own fireballs to kill off Hayden. Yeah, a bit disappointing to see that hasn't happened, but I'm sure we'll see maybe some cancellations of fireballs with Vanessa if he's willing to play a bit more patiently. Yeah,
because Vanessa has a few tools to deal with fireball. Okay, we got all the way corner carry. Nice.
And what's the just a regular grab, and let's see what happens.
Ooh, that scared me for a minute. Wake up throw was certainly an option there, but Kusoge taking out I think is probably the thorn at his side, which is Idern.
Well, let's see what. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I think. Yeah, didn't max up like before. I think he's just a bit more confident and comfortable.
I mean,
these,
you don't really need to max out if you're chucking out 70%.
Yeah, but you don't need to. It's working right now. It's what happens, and it may sort of mean that Kusoge doesn't build as much meter in response in taking that damage. But it was well played by Shomi. Just got in, hit like a truck, and then applied a little bit more pressure. It's always a tricky one with Vanessa though, because she wants to get in, but you're trying to get in on a grappler, so you're putting yourself in the danger zone. So you have to kind of use her weaving to get in and out quite a bit.
I agree, 100% agree. And the thing is as well, her uppercut got nerfed as well heavily, so it doesn't push back as fast. So you can't quite be as brain dead with Vanessa. I mean, people say that she just got normalized. I mean, I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, it's good from Dobiqwolf. He's applying some pressure here, but once again, he's making that fast anti whiff quite a bit.
You see what I'm talking about? That
standing out.
See
that range. Yeah, he got through it. To know that that's an option.
You need to see it. Remember, guys, supers aren't invincible in this game. Well, it's dependent, I should say.
You go level 2, you might. Yeah, see some more aerial. Was it raging pins? And yeah, he's just putting stuff out. I think Kusoge is being a bit twitchy at times because it's really odd. With Leona, he's willing to sit down and wait on charge, right like that there, as you'd identify. But with other characters, he gets a bit twitchy sometimes.
Yeah, it's like a lot of times he's waking up pressing buttons when it's not. He really shouldn't be. Like, especially against Dobiqwolf, he's got really good fundamentals for an eye for spacing, especially with his character choices.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets the command grab.
Oh no, don't get
combo ban.
Out of range. Oh, guessing at a jump or maybe a missed impact. I don't know. See, staying at that range once again. He just likes to sit at that range with. Let's pick this into punishment. Yeah, he likes to sit at that range with Benny. It's a good range. He can come in, he can check you with punish quite effectively, and he's doing it well.
Yeah, he's really on it. Oh my word! Round start CD. Kusoge was trying to go absolutely ham on that round start. Oh wow! What a combo!
Yeah, and doesn't get the whole.
Oh man, Vanessa's losing a lot of health right now.
Whereas Benima is just zoning out with Benima, just staying there, and when he comes in on his terms. Once he's got a hard knockdown, that's it though. Very effective zoning, just outside of that comfortable range for every character, and in Benima's optimal range every time.
Yeah. Dobiqwolf certainly was just in full control of that entire match with this one character. So yeah. I think Dobiqwolf has found that sweet spot that he wants to place himself in.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard for Kusoge to sort of get around that.
Yeah.
See how he applies himself this time. Jumps, little DP. Oh, DP back. They are just leaning back on it. Yeah.
I think you were saying it earlier that Kusoge kind of needs to be comfortable to just go in, you know. Into their range, where he can actually play the game he wants to play.
Yeah, exactly, because Dobiqwolf is out-zoning him with Benima, and see, just here, he's not going in hard, he's pressing buttons from a distance, far D, forward B, and now he's coming in. But see, he's just waiting, delaying his jumps, and now he doesn't actually jumps away. This is a character without a full-screen fireball, off with no meter, and he's just being very comfortable. Yeah, and yeah, you either have to find your way in to Benima and make him feel uncomfortable because you're too close, or you have to make him whiff or apply pressure after blocking something. But like, that there, blocking the first hit of the Repa series, and then.
Yeah, Kusoge, especially, well, we've seen the way Kusoge likes to play Leona is to keep holding that charge, but it is not going to work against Dobiq here. Especially when none of Leona's buttons are going to reach unless you actually run in. And I think that's one of the hard things about charge characters, is you got to learn how to move forward.
Yeah, and with Leona though, she does have options there. She has like the earring that she can tuck and follow behind, but you have to have the range to be able to, you know, and time to put that out. But with Vanessa, yeah, you can get in very quickly, and you have to just pick your moment. Sometimes it is, you know, you're gonna run into buttons, but there we go. That's nice. Oh, very simple from Dobiq. Yeah, just staying away.
Kusoge's chance getting in. Oh, I don't like Kusoge going back too much because
Ooh, that was good. He made Dobiq with the crouch D with Benima and then went straight in afterwards. It's always a risk because, you know, he could. Oh, max up. He could always do it. Oh, we dropped the combat. He could always, obviously, do a DP after a whiffed crouch D.
Oh, big combo starter.
Have some fun. Here's your time. Oh, what's this setup? Oh, this move?
Okay, crashing out some damage. I don't think it will. But
just a little
guess
bit
for game, I guess. There we go. Nicely done, taking out Benny.
So he's not going to get a great deal of life back. So it's going to be once again the going through the the minefield that is Paladin's fireball game. But let's see, if he stays close, he's got a chance. But he's always got to watch out for the moonslap. Oh,
unfortunately. Oh, no, don't roll. Okay, against Haydn, I say this now that after the set is over, but against Haydn, don't roll. Just don't roll. Every Haydn's looking for it. Just don't roll.
I think it would have been good. Yeah, here we go. Here's some Vanessa coming in, and then yeah, I'm coming in, and that was it. You see, jump away. He even he had the knockdown and he jumped away. He had the life lead. He knew he didn't have to pressure. Haydn doing some good stuff, but yeah, it's one of those things you have to. Oof, the train there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd situation where he's out zoning you, and there were times where there were buttons that were pressed by Benima and Haydn, and Kusoge would go from crouch D with Leona because he was sitting on that charge and not doing anything, and the crouch D might be blocked, or you know, it might actually whiff. And then there were times where he was jumping in after blocked buttons, and I think it was either the first or the second match where Benima was getting a lot of DPs working for him. It's just, yeah, it was just a little bit of a mismatch on timing, I think, with Kusoge. If he was able to just maybe take a little bit of time, not be afraid of getting pushed out, and then re-establish his footing, he would have done a little bit better. Change up his timing on some of his jump-ins and be a bit more forceful with Isla. I don't know how to say her name yet. I'm gonna learn eventually.
I think I heard it in the menus once, so
okay.
I'm going with Isla.
I'm gonna follow
I thought it was
your
Isla
lead.
first, but let's go with. I'm saying Isla. And just stick to that one. If I'm wrong, call me out on Twitter. And my Twitter is at Robocop2.
Well, we've got Ingvarr versus SUPA, and I know SUPA very, very well. This is going to be, hopefully, the lamest of playing, because I love to see people get frustrated by him. I'm guessing you're going to...
about this match a little bit before.
Oh, because, okay. What's your idea of what's going to happen here?
Okay, fighting SUPA, you have to learn how to fight fireballs. Alright, that's always a given. Doesn't matter what game you're playing, okay? You gotta learn how to beat the timeout. Okay.
Yeah,
but
he uses.
Ingvarr's got a couple of fireball characters himself, and what's going to be interesting is seeing if Ingvarr can, even though he's, you know, we got Haydn, and we saw Haydn in the last set where he can happily just keep throwing out fireballs, or you know, just set the pace of the game. But can you set the pace of the game against SUPA? That is the most important thing.
Yeah, that is a tricky one. And as well as that, I'm sure Super's going to be just, happy enough to just go, you've got a fireball, I've got a fireball, let's call the whole thing off. And he'll just do that. He does not mind. Although, does King's slide go underneath Biden's fireball? And it's something I'd be interested to see. I don't know.
So.
I'm sure Super knows.
The thing is that King can happily match the fireball pace, I reckon.
Yeah, and
I
then
think
run away a bit more.
Who's got more bar?
Yeah. Well, I also think there's going to be, if the fireballs cancel each other out a little bit, it will be an element of, who's going to have the better up-close game, or who's going to have the better read on the situation, and how are they going to adapt to it. So I think, if, for example, if Mai gets you in the corner, there's potentially big damage on the table there. But, both Ash and Iori can do that as well. Andy can do quite big chunks of very minimal hits. And King is more than capable of just chipping little bits away. So it's going to be interesting how they adapt. I'm going to guess that Iori's going to go in and Andy's going to zone. And then from there, we're going to have a bit of a zoning war with the last two characters from each player. But, yeah. Be interesting to see. I always like to see the opening gambit, see if it's a jump away from Andy or something like that. Or is it just a fireball? Let's see.
Yeah, there we go. We're playing fighting, alright. just make the space.
Yeah, exactly. They're both just... Oh yeah, see, Andy's buttons.
Okay, they're both kind of same train of thought when it comes to number of fireballs before just going in.
Yeah, they're both taking it patiently, but yeah. Super's storytelling has always been quite good. Oof. I would like to see... yeah, that's good. Fireball, yeah. Just playing it safe.
Anti-air sweep, what?
Yeah, of course. I'd like to see Ingvarr go in a bit more with Iori. Oh, yeah, don't finish that one. That's good. And then just the stop sign there. That little crouch C from Andy. Always good hitboxes, and you'll usually see that cancelled into a fireball when it doesn't kill, just to push you out a little bit more. Let's see what happens here. Will be a little bit more interesting, I think, just to see. Yeah, fireball. See. Oh, no combo though. Well, it's probably just a bit. But yeah, fireballs. Oh, he's willing to pressure though with Andy. That's good.
Bro.
Well, he's got the light feed, so why not pressure? Oh. I can say that was probably a throw attempt cancelled in into forward A from Andy though.
There's always option selects, isn't it?
Exactly. Ooh, and he's got it there. Just very, solid basic gameplay from Super, as we're all, aware that he's good at that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, you could see that Super just did not allow Hayden to start any of the fireball game. Like, although Super. Himself is in my eyes, the king of fireballs. Always has been. Yeah, he refused to deal with Hayden's one.
Yeah, exactly. He just knew the way around it, and he's just keeping the combos reasonably simple. And nice little reset there.
All right. No! Combo video material.
Oh no, that's it.
Fortunate.
Oh, that was swift work. That was yeah, that was a one man.
I was that drop from Ingvarr. That could have been a clip. That could have been on twitter.com/raisedbyfinches. 45-second combo right there. But no, unfortunately, Ingvarr dropped it.
These things happen. But yeah, I saw a little cheeky reset, which I haven't seen from Super really. I'd like to see Ingvarr go in a little bit more with Iori. He's got the ability to, get in close and stay in. Oh, but don't use that sweep quite so much. Oh.
Yeah, sweep. Oh my word!
Oh,
He's definitely not got the stream turned on. Definitely not got the stream turned on because he is going ham with those sweeps.
Too close for that fireball. It's got a fair bit of recovery. Iori's one. It's not all... Yeah, just
okay.
Yeah, there are too many sweeps coming out here and a few too many jumps. What options does Iori have against just a regular fireball?
So I think part of the reason why he's using sweep is so it can go underneath the fireball. but
He was
he's
using
not
it in
at the
open
range where it
play
makes
as well.
sense. He's not at the range where it makes sense to do so.
Yeah, you're right. He's doing well here now with Paladin. Let's see if he's gonna fireball it up a bit. Yeah, okay. That's pretty even.
Nice.
Ooh, that was pretty even until Andy got that jump in, and now it's. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's in his head.
Baited
He's in his head.
Yeah, it was just a good. Yeah, he was in his head. Good read, good timing on the jump in. Got the combo. You just got to be really cautious of changing up your timing and being super patient sometimes. Oh, straight jump in. Yep. Oof. Careful with that jump, huh? Okay. Another
Andy
one.
fireball game.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, he's ready for the jump in. He drops it. Big opening. Okay.
Is it going to
Got
be?
it?
Oh no!
Unfortunate. I think the pressure's key to Ingvarr. Oh, the jump in from SUPA.
See, even with Super's Andy, he's fireballing at a range where even if you jump over it, you're not going to be in range of hitting Andy with, say, a sweep, and so he can whiff punish your sweep, and he did that a couple of times in that match there, and it was just like he's staying sort of maybe just over 2/3 screen away. And so it's one of those situations where sometimes you want to just jump and block so that, you know, things like trip guarding doesn't take place and you don't land on buttons, but equally you can just wait it out and see what he does. And if he runs and puts himself back in the corner, that's okay, you can pressure them. But he's not, yeah, it's just fireball. See, just outside there. Oh, he can use that.
I forgot he had that as an answer. I thought it would only go over the low fireballs, but seems to work against Andy as well.
Yeah, and he can well cancel it into wreckers as I remember. But yeah, let's see what he's doing. See, he got into that. Why is he running away? No, he got into that comfortable range where Andy didn't feel like he could put out fireballs, and now just gets chopped in with a fast-standing C. He needs to get into that range where Andy doesn't feel comfortable putting out fireball, but I think that's like a hiding crouch D range, which he needs to stay in. Oh, but don't whiff it. That's dangerous because this happens.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, and the reset, nice cheeky little reset. Yeah. Oh,
Good.
oh, you can
Nice.
sleep underneath the fireball. That's good. It's good to know. Can you not cancel it with the finger pistol?
No, I don't think he can cancel out of crouch D on wood.
No, I mean, can he not kill a fireball with his finger pistols?
Oh, good question. I don't know, and hopefully Ingvarr can show us.
Oh, lucky there, got the anti-air on that fireball, but look at that, just once again, outside that whole screen range, Ingvarr does the C Sonic Boom. Oh, but no, that's just another one there.
Okay,
Reset, Ghost.
Oh, where's the...
Doesn't get the max up. He's got the meter, but he's not maxing up. I would like to see, yeah, this is the thing with SUPA's playstyle as well. He doesn't come in that often, so you don't get much of a chance to use things like CD counters or AB counter rolls, but he's got so much meter there, he could block a fireball. Unfortunate. He could block a fireball and counter roll through it to get close. I know it's a use of one bar, but it's instant recovery, they're not punishable, and it then puts SUPA in a position where he feels uncomfortable, and it's a lot less risky.
Yeah, because we're seeing Ingvarr just trying to navigate around the fireballs, and none of the options he's throwing out is working.
Yeah.
You can't roll these fireballs. You have to be careful with your jumps, especially if you're doing it on a bit of a late reaction. And for the most part, we've seen Iori run into the fireballs more often than not.
Yeah,
it's rough. And Ingvarr kind of refuses to kind of match the fireball game.
Yeah, well, as we saw, he can use his, what is it, the jumping swipe, I've forgotten the name of the move, and the input, that can cancel into record, that can go past fireballs, so there is no reason for him to be jumping from that kind of range. He can stay a bit safer, react to the fireballs safely, or at least a little more safely. You can neutral jump them, but he's, yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like seeing Ingvarr jump back. If he wants to go backwards, he should be using the backdash with a whiff kick. if he wants to really make space. Although he against Super, he's the last player I would want to make space against.
Yeah, exactly. You've always got to play against Andy's DP though, and Super did pick a couple of good moments for that. So we'll see what happens here. Getting close. There we go. That's the kind of rate of. Yep, and just a simple. There. No reset on that one yet, but he's just staying safe. Just staying safe. See, he didn't go in for a safe jump after that Super.
He doesn't need to. He absolutely doesn't need to. Play at the range that you're comfortable with.
Exactly. But this is the thing, like, Paladin has...
This is big for Ingvarr. Potentially can get rid of Andy here. Bad fireball though!
It's always a tricky one when you're doing that. You just want... You want to get rid of that, of the player, and you're like... Or character, I should say. It just doesn't happen for you. You make that wrong last decision.
That's the troublesome thing about playing the fireball game is knowing what kind of range you're at. And I think that the thing about fireballs, you have to know if someone were to do a forward jump, would that jump button hit or not? That's I think the most important distance you want to know when you do your fireball games or choosing to jump even. Okay, max mode, but he's got access to EX moves still, which is not a bad thing at all.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's 4-0, is it now?
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just he's jumping from ranges that just aren't the greatest. He's not using, a range of options to get past the fireballs. It's I think he's got to vary up his options. I think this is a bit of a mismatch at this stage. But look, learning how to play against Super is a very long and
that's the thing. The thing is that Super is he's one of the best KoF players like ever. So he's not. Even if you manage to get a bit of an adaptation against him, he's not gonna let you hit it again.
Yeah.
Like his fireball game, the reason why he's so strong is that you can see the fireball game is really strong, it's unpredictable, and he can adapt really well.
Yeah, I wonder if Andy can punish Yuri's crouch D with the elbow. Probably can if you've got charge, but I wonder. Either way, doesn't matter now. That's potentially the end of it. But he's getting in with Hayden. Didn't get the whiff punish, but Andy gets in, sets up that fireball pressure. Let's see how he gets past it. No, go for the sweep against a weird ranging jump. It probably I think Ingvarr needs to get his fireball tools sorted. That I think is what are his options against fireballs. Once he gets that down, I think he'll be a lot more comfortable in this match, but it's just a bit of a mismatch at the moment, I feel.
Yep, agreed. And all the attempts from nice flash kick.
Yeah, always good. Ooh, I don't know what that was meant to be.
He's trying to predict a jump.
Oh, that's okay.
There's actually one of the Ash buffs, if I remember correctly, is that Ash's fireball will go through every other one.
Oh, is that off? Yeah, it is. Well, that's 5-0. I think it was that screen ranging which Andy stayed at, and
yes,
it was just. I don't mean to be mean here, but did Super actually ever lose Andy?
No, he didn't. It was very close in the fourth game, I think it was. Unfortunately, just could not quite close it out. I think there are some tools there that Ingvarr needs to experiment with in training mode, just to go, alright, well, how do I get around these fireballs? How do I play against them? Like that there, as displayed in the highlight, getting around Andy's fireball with hide and sweep. Use that sometimes, because you can, you may be able. He can cancel his sweep into DPs, can he not? So I think he can. So if that happens, and something like that, the dashing special to go through thing,
you've got to figure out what your options are here. He has to make SUPA think a lot more about throwing fireballs out, and it's unfortunate. I think
it's hard. It's really hard to do, and whenever I've played SUPA, the only way I've managed to do that is by picking Cronin and skipping neutral. So, but unfortunately, you are character locked in Leapfrog, so no Cronin for anyone here.
Well, we've got Maysey versus Lord Grimulus now. I don't know Maysey. As I said, I know very little about Lord Grimulus. I've heard of the guy. I don't think I've seen him play, though. I've heard of him. But it'll be good to see what Maysey comes here with. Maysey currently 9 on the leaderboard, or 9th, I should say, on the leaderboard. So this is possibly a little bit of a mismatch, but we'll see how it goes. I'd be interested to see how
I think it's going to be good, because so Grimulus, he runs tournaments, he deals with not the most nonsense tournament players when they ask if they can jump still sign up to the tournament 5 minutes after it started. All right. Maysey, on the other hand, is apparently a D&D main, so he has to be real creative with the way he chats shit. And apparently he's very sensitive to salt. So this is going to be a very interesting one, because what I've just said means absolutely nothing about the game.
Well, both of them are running Clark, and I do like Clark in this game. He's what's the EX running grab, the tackle that puts you down on the ground, followed by the whatever you want to call that on the ground. Rolling death cradle.
Cradle.
That's what Kings is called. I always find that fun that he can just snatch you out of the air.
No, so I used to run Clark when the game first came out. And the amount of robberies until I started playing real KOF players was actually immaculate. I think he's a fun character. I'm with you. He is a super fun character. So I'm hoping that this set is just going to be pure chaos, because I do love watching Clark, especially when they're winning.
Yeah, well, this is the Leapfrog ladder, and chaos is a ladder. So this is an opportunity for either side here to just kind of try some weird and wonderful shit out and see how their mix-ups go, and hopefully we can see some interesting playstyles there. We've as you said earlier, we've got Grimulus, who's he likes his Akari team, and he's got Ralph and Clark there, but he's got King. It appears potentially in first spot, and Maysey had Geese, Clark, and who was the third character? Was it Shermy?
I blinked, unfortunately.
I believe it was Shermy. So we've got, if I am correct, there's a couple of grapplers there, so I think he's going to want to get in just a little bit and apply some pressure there. Whereas Grimulus has got, well, Ralph can get in, but he can also just stick to his fast and D and just press those two buttons and win matches that way as well, although not as effectively as when the game was first released. But I think we might see a little bit more zoning from Grimulus, and Maysey might try and sail in a bit more. But I'm always interested to see these kind of characters. I would have also, I know, was it on one of the off-stream matches there was Amin playing, and he's using Chris at the moment, a character that I'm trying to learn how to use currently. So I would have liked to see that, but it is what it is. We'll see how it goes here. We've still got characters like Shermy that will potentially try and just get in and pressure. We've got Clark who will get in and throw you around a bit and do you dirty on the ground. So it could be quite a fun one all the same. But I just wonder, are they having connection issues potentially? Going on here.
So I got a question for you, Robocop.
Yeah.
What was your first KOF?
2K2 actually. I used to play it down in Casino, and not very well. I played it terribly. I didn't really put as much. Well, I played against Giga D quite a bit back in those days, and it was an interesting experience. Just losing a lot on that game, but I didn't quite understand KOF back then. I just sort of played it to try and
It
do
does take a while to get used to.
Yeah.
There's an any KOF game that is.
Yeah. I only really sort of started to properly understand KOFs at 13, and then unfortunately on 14 I was so entrenched with 13 and the way the game played that when 14 came around it was a little bit of a system shock to me, so I had to take some time away from the game, and I wasn't a massive fan of 14. But I think because I've taken the time away from the game on 14, I can play 15 now, and I enjoy it for being its own thing because I didn't play 14. Any similarities between them I don't really recognise because I stayed away from 14. But yeah, what was the first KOF for you that you really sort of got yourself into?
Well, the first KOF, and I count this as a KOF, okay, is Capcom versus SNK. It has Iori, it has Kyo, alright, it has a few others. It's 100% a KOF game. I don't care what anyone in the chat says.
So that
was my first exposure to the characters that we know and love. Alright. However, Finch's would not allow me to put it on my profile.
I will not. I absolutely will not.
So I had to change it to the King of Fighters EX2 Howling Blood. Right? If you've never heard of it, good. It's the Game Boy Advance version of 2K, I think it is. Yeah. Well, we've got here King just zoning out a bit, and got the life lead. So what else are you going to see apart from a few fireballs on the screen? And once again, just kind of staying outside. A lot of grapplers. That's a lot of grapplers on both of these teams.
Oh, spending a whole bar, 2 EXs, and just backs off and pressing a few whiff buttons there. That's risky business, but he's working it off. Who am I to?
I think Grimulus has just made Maysey just question all decisions on how to walk forward because Grimulus was just in full control. Even when you saw King just whiffing bare buttons, it's like Maysey was struggling to find a way in.
But let's see. Oh, a bit more zoning here. Gets in close when he wants to, and just does that stand CD into fireball, but pressuring. Actually, there again, pressuring a lot more than I would have expected. No finish on that combo there, but no, got to learn the timings and whatnot. Get some, applying some pressure, but Grimulus has got this. It looks like
enough. Oh, not quite.
I would have thought it would have been a fireball trap of some sort to get a chip win.
I'm actually not sure what tools Geese has. Oh, actually no, he's got his C Reppuken, which will just
the first
through
hit
everything.
The first hit is quite high, so I would imagine it clears a fireball that comes at normal height, and then.
It goes through every projectile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's pretty high up, so it's. I'm talking about the actual projectile moving, not where his hands are.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, more pressure. Nice confirm.
This is going to be
nice
pretty rough for Clark.
Oh no! Oh, that could have been a command grab there. Let's see what he does.
Take your pick between Frankenstein or the bear hug.
Oh, but he's jumping. Oh, he's being a lot more patient with Clark. I like this. Yeah. Okay. Oh, careful.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
there we go. That's good.
He's not opting to run in or anything like that. Like, just walk it in, which is 100% agreed, because if you run, if I remember correctly, I think it's like 12 frames you can't block or something like that.
Yeah, it's a really tricky one. You can still initiate buttons and roll, but it's risky running in this game. But yeah, he's doing really well. Just playing safely, getting in. He's not getting the buttons out.
No, that's the thing. Like you can walk forward all you want and block the fireballs, but King still has all her health.
Yeah, I think his Clark did well in what the approach was, but then he didn't get hit, but then he wasn't pressing any buttons. He didn't recklessly jump too much. There are a few little ones here and there, but it was relatively, the way he played Clark should be the way that he plays Shermie, I would say as well. Geese obviously has his own options, but you can, be a little more patient. As well as that, Shermie has her jumping kick with the, was it CD animation on the end? I've forgotten what the input is for it. So you can use that to get through some fireballs. I don't know if it goes high enough to go over kings, especially if the tiger needs them, but like that there. I think that's probably a good option. That was nice, patient. I like it. Good. But this is where Grimulus is now coming in, and he did show a lot of pressure previously. I missed the punishment.
Okay.
But that's okay. Ooh. Twitched a little bit, got a bit twitchy doing.
Alright, here we go. Macy's awake. Unfortunately, could not quite get the focus out, but is slowing King down from having to just keep throwing fireballs. Maysey is trying to find another way in, though. Oh, that's your opportunity! Use that! I don't think... Oh, man, that stare down scared me so much. How did Maysey opt? Okay, here we go.
Nicely done. But that was the patience coming to play there. I think... Ooh, unlucky. No, that was a bit too risky, that one.
It's so weird seeing a patient, very, very patient grappler, usually when I see a grappler, like once you play patiently, once you get in range, and then off you go, start your game.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Maysey did well, and you can see, you look at the life difference between this match and the last match. It's already, it's doing much better. But yeah, he's gonna have to be a little more careful. Yeah, see the Republican there just got. So I wonder if there are other options like the jumping attack from Geese.
Well, the thing is about a fireball game is that you're always gonna have to mix your movement. Obviously, the Republican isn't going to be the be or end or stop King completely. Command grab's going to win. Not for a combo. But either way, Maysey is a very, very, very patient player, but too patient for his own good at this point.
I don't know that like that there would not suggest patience to me to do the turn punch right at the round beginning. But I think there are a few too many odd decisions with his jumping that he's doing. That's like here, good, see, blocking, but you need to be a little. That was nice guard cancel roll.
Yep.
Could have cancelled, there we go.
There we go.
It's got to take more opportunities.
There we go. This is the Clark I like to see.
Yep.
Okay. So Grimulus is very ready for that. Grimulus has been playing Clark, since the 90s. Since before most of you guys in the Twitch chat were even a twinkle in your dad's eye. Like, this guy's been playing the Ikari Warriors for a long time, so he knows all these shenanigans that Clark will want to do.
Yeah, when you've got that sort of character knowledge, it does help a lot. But I think that was a lot better than the first match. Shermie did a lot better, as did, Clark did really well there as well. Needs to tighten up a little bit. Just a little bit on a few little things here and there, but it was better. I'd like to see if he continues to improve here and actually is willing to put out a few buttons every now and then, which would be, see, he's getting past the fireballs, but a bit of an odd range to do things. Rolling past the fireball again, but got himself punished. So
rolling is always a really risky option against fireball.
Yeah, and this is the thing, like, it's got himself out of the corner though. That was good. It's just, you don't always have to, take an offensive action where you go forward every time. Mm-hmm. Sometimes a neutral jump is fantastic because you don't lose ground, you don't gain ground, but you're not allowing the opponent to go and change your positioning.
Yes, you're not putting yourself into danger, because jumping forward often means, okay, well, I'm in range of every button that that my opponent can press.
Yeah, so I think, like, if Geese didn't jump quite so much, can just play the little...
I 100% understand that the little sigh is like, oh, why is he jumping?
It's not why is he jumping, it's just you're jumping and you're getting hit in the face, so don't... Just, there we go. I know you got hit by a fireball there and that was unfortunate, but... It's better. Clark did show that it was better, as did Shermie. Although Shermie, did take a little bit of punishment there. But Now go on the... Yeah,
He's in his
maybe
head.
something... What's the... is it forward B or forward D, which is Geeze's forward...
The kick.
advanced kick?
The anti-air kick. Yeah. Forward. Oh, I haven't played Geese yet. He's not S tier.
I would like to see, or maybe even just something on the ground that allows him to advance. Maybe the jumping swipe to go over a fireball.
Alright.
I'd like to see some pressure without the jump. Oh, what?
Interesting option.
Grab? Okay, no, goes for the turnaround punch, doesn't... Oh, he's got lots of meter though. I'd like to see him CD counter here somewhere.
Yeah, I'd like him to just cash it out.
Or, block string into a fireball, AB counter roll, that sort of thing. Oh, is that going to work? No,
Yeah, I was thinking that's a bit too far.
Nicely done.
Okay, I'm surprised he didn't get the air confirm, but it doesn't matter. It's the same result. Okay, chases him down. Nice.
Where was the... Oh,
I like this pressure.
Yeah, a few too many jumps though. He's going to get caught out.
Ooh!
Unfortunately. What was
Punish.
that?
Unfortunately, no punish. She's done a crouch C for the...
Look at this backdash, fireball, slide, fireball,
Nice.
backdash, fireball. Is he going to go to try and get out of the corner soon?
I do like the choices of when to jump right now, because it's not jumping into the buttons range, but...
Oh! Is he going to... He see, the Clark maintained the corner. He didn't press so hard that he lost the corner, but he didn't quite press hard enough to limit King's movement there. King was still jumping and doing air fireballs and was getting some success with that, and getting some success with aerial buttons as well. Just a touch tighter, and then once again, what options does he have for going through fireballs? If it's say a turnaround punch, I think. Well, is that a charge move for Clark? I don't know.
No charges.
Okay. So, maybe it's an EX turnaround punch, or maybe it is the tackle that goes through fireballs. I don't know. But
it's really tough for Clark. He hasn't got too many options around fireballs.
Can he maybe just armor them with his...
Armor is an option, yeah.
So at least maybe at full screen he's got a bit more of a chance to kind of go and say, well, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Oof. But yeah, now let's see. I'd like to see a little more. Just what's the Geeze's light palm? I'd like to see a block string into that. Stay closer, but
nice counter. Ooh, okay.
There. Okay. Yeah. No.
Right.
Press.
Still got corner pressure, but
No.
uses the reversal throw.
The jumping a little bit too much of the jumping. Just use some grounded normals. He's got great buttons, Geese. He's got sweep. He's got the forward B or forward D. And see this swipe here. That'll go over your fireballs. Maybe use that. Maybe use the palm just to close some distance a little bit. There we go. Bit of palm. Even if that is a fast MC. There we go. Now, yeah, it's tricky when you've got that much of a life deficit. What would you say are the best options for Clark here to get through then?
Honestly, it is just walk forward and crouch block, and then I think crouch D as well is if you know it's in range, because that will go under the fireballs as well.
Nice. There was no punish on that. I would have thought sweep would have got that.
But the thing is, Maysey is choosing the right times to, a lot of times, when to jump or roll, and that is to be out of range of when King does buttons. Oh,
it's a hit. Oh, I thought that might be a running grab of some sort. Oh no.
It's a very tough one for Clark. He doesn't have many options against the fireball game.
Well, I think in this situation so we've got Shami. Shami does have good options here for getting around fireballs, we know that. So we're going to have to see how he uses it. There again, he's used that as a round opener a few times, which is quite nice. Being patient, that's good. Just not so many okay. Not too many random rolls would be nice, but this is good. Might get rid of King. No! Gotta be patient.
Punish? Punish! Get much more than the jabs.
Oh, you don't want to be running, jumping, sorry, straight after a ranged fireball.
Yo, yummy! The yummy grab.
Yeah, and it's
And again.
all nicely done. And he's being quite. The thing is, Grimulus is being very active.
Out of the anti-S grab into SUPA. So you could have actually cashed it out both times.
He's got no need to that. Well, he's got an EX bar to play with. It's very dangerous now. That goes completely through fireballs. It's like fireball. Oh, nicely done. Very well weighted out there from Grimulus.
Reaction.
It was just, yeah, he's done it so much now as an option. Yeah, that was very nicely done by Grimulus. He was very good at just going, waiting out. I know you're going to go for this jumping special. Just wait it out, and there it is. Nicely done. I can't take anything away from Grimulus there. He's fireballing appropriately, and then he's pressuring when Maysey is being patient and just sort of sitting down back. So I think there needs to be a bit more motion in his passive play when he's trying to get through fireballs. Less predictive rolls, more just, reactive rolls. And if you have to block one or two, that's fine. Neutral jumping, great. But I think he can get past the fireballs. That's not the problem here. It's just that Grimulus is identifying when he's not, being so successful and comes in on his terms then.
Yeah, it's a tough one to playing against King or any of the zoners in King of Fighters really, because not many characters have options that just skip the neutral game against the fireball. Characters.
Ooh, that's a big risk. He's taking a
character like King with the air fireballs as well. Yeah, like it's all too tempting to try and match the jumps as well, and you can see right there. As soon as both characters are in the air, she's just going to throw a fireball to just stop the air momentum.
Yeah, and there we go. That's good now. Oh.
Yeah, I would like to see bigger conversions of these jabs.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing. I like to see jab. All right, he's got palm. Great. So what are you going to do from here? What's your next step? And it was a bit of an awkward range. So, yeah, it was unfortunate. But let's see if Sturmey's going to do the jumping attack as a round opener. Oh, but did a jumping move.
Oh, nice!
I'm surprised that caught. I really am. Grimulus has been so active on defense that I just didn't think those running grabs were really going to be very effective. But he's the first one there, it looks like. Oh,
nice. Okay, get that momentum going.
Now, is that double kick? Is that like a stand deep from Shirley? Well, you wouldn't know. You don't play. Probably Shirley.
Next seems to she's S tier, then I'll know.
It seems to be getting her in a bit of trouble sometimes because he's doing a button that'll hit maybe a backdashing king, and he's cancelling it into that move, and it's whiffing and getting him into trouble. So I think Grimulus has just got the ranges right. He's switching up between long range and short range, really rapidly.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah.
He's
okay.
He's doing it right though. Just walk down King.
That's good. Jump A, yes. I'd like to see a bit more jump A.
Jump B is also very good if you think it's air to air.
Yeah, well, jump A, it's like if they stay on the ground, it stays active for ages, and there you go. And it can do that. It can work a bit like a cover all to a degree, but he's pressing jumping buttons quite early sometimes. But now he's using the jump A, and a bit too risky. Random roll and nice grab. Just mixing things up again.
Nice.
Keeping it confusing.
Roasty.
Okay, so now, I would not advise doing those random jumps when King's running around like that.
Yeah.
I know it's tricky. It's always going to be difficult to understand when to jump, and you really want to pressure her, but this is nice. Sweep into slide. Oh, nice. Good. And Shit, oh no, that was a hit. That was a jump. Yeah, the changing ranges from.
There's a couple of tools that I'm not seeing though from Maysey. In particular, Crouch D is something I'd really like to see, because especially against King when she's doing the air fireball, like you can cleanly go underneath it, and if you're in range, we'll trip her up.
Yeah.
The thing is as well, Clark can combo off his Crouch D as well into the EX grab.
Yeah,
it's pretty nuts.
I think it's one of those things where I'd like to see a little bit like the previous match. I'd like to see Maysey go into training mode, just go through a few different options for fireball evasion, or just absorbing it, and mix those up, because in this matchup, or at least in the match against Grimulus, it was that Grimulus was identifying when Maysey was being a little bit more defensive, was blocking, and then came in, like this example shows, fireballs, and then running in. And there were a few predictive rolls from Maysey as well. What I would like to see is, if you stick to maybe, I don't know, your options to kill fireballs once, twice, maybe even 3 times in a row, or to evade them with a neutral jump or a crouch D with Clark. On the 4th attempt, Grimulus is smart enough. He's identified that you're being patient, and he's going to come in. And at that point, you need to switch things up and go, right, he's coming in, what do I have? That's when you do, as you said, jump B is good at air to air. You can use jump A to meet air to air. If you meet air to air, well, you've got that EX grab. If you hit the ground first, juggle anywhere. Take him out of the air, get the rolling death cradle. Burn that meter if you have to, but get the damage on the table. So you have to use your options to set up a mindset of how you're getting through those fireballs, and then change it up, and it gives you the opportunity. So I think there's a couple of stages that they have to go through, both Maysey and sorry, I've forgotten the other player's name.
Sorry, the one before. Kusoge. No, wait.
The one after.
The one after.
Ingvarr, that's the guy.
Yes,
yeah,
Ingvarr.
I'd like to see them just test those options and then mix them up and go, alright, well, what do I do once they identify it and they start to come in? What is my option that potentially beats a fireball, but also I can press early so that it beats a jump in?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing this upcoming match, though, because we saw Supa's Andy, and I'd really like to see his other characters. But more importantly, right, my current team is also Point Rock. So I want to see, how does Paladin deal with Supa's Andy.
And everyone else.
And everyone else, of course. But I'm always interested in seeing how other rock players are playing. Although saying that, I'm not sure if he's top tier or if he's just very, very good.
Yeah, well, I think Andy is, he does very basic things very well, I think. He does have a few little sneaky things with what's the roll kick that he has that you can cancel and get like almost a quick fall off it. He's got a few little sneaky things like that he can do, but I don't know how strong they are in this game. But yeah, be interesting to see. Let's see what these round openers are, though.
Okay.
Pressure.
Oh, okay. Super's just going in.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't like Rock's face. But there we go. Okay.
I mean, there are some people out there that don't like Dwayne Johnson, so not everyone is a fan of The Rock.
You mean Rock the Dwayne Johnson?
Rock Dwayne Johnson, indeed.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got some pressure here now that he's got the lead. You see, he low profiled that jump in, but didn't quite find it right. Yeah, he's being very patient here.
Yeah, there's a lot of confirms that Paladin isn't going into, because one of the reasons why Rock is really strong is he can very easily off jabs just go into the EX crumple. Oh, good answer.
Still advantage for Andy. Being very patient there. Let's see how. Oh no, goes for a grab on Andy.
We got Dragon Punch.
Oh, it's one of those things you always have to play around it. and be aware. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's see the round opener. Is it going to be a wrecker from?
No, both players just making space. They don't want to take any big gambles for this round start.
Yeah. Well, nice hop there. See, that's another option. Just keeping it a hop rather than a full jump. Keep it and push away. Fireball. Oh, he's going to pressure.
Yeah, there are 4 jumps in King of Fighters, so you know, learn how to use each of them. Hops are definitely a good option against fireballs.
Yeah, and here we go. So staying away, backing off. Oh, changing his range. He's willing to go in a lot more. And see, look, the patience on the fireballs there from SUPA is really good. But he is. Oh, I thought that stance he was going to kill. Oh, nicely done there. Just patient, but pressing buttons, keeping Kyo away. He might lose his Andy here, but I think he's got a pretty secure 2-character lead that he can fall back on with King and Mai, who are both. Oh. Good
opening gambit. Oh, nice
done.
spacing. There's nothing that SUPA could press to challenge it.
I wonder if an EXDP would have done something, because that's got quite the horizontal range.
That's true. That is true. Either way, though.
But not definitely over yet. Look at the. See, he's pumping some of those fireballs. It looks like just crouching a little bit, making you think a fireball is going to come, but it doesn't. So you just can't jump. And see, this is the kind of approach that I.
Oh, look at the bravery! Paladin knows that Leona's got a lower hurt box when she runs, so.
Well, it's sometimes it's that bravery that you need. You just have to go and sail in sometimes. Oh, he's catching up. Oh, he's spending the meter. He's doing well. He's willing to go and do that. So let's see what happens here. Oh, no button presses from SUPA. He's just staying safely away. Look at those little hop backwards. Not anything. There you go. You think you're going to get a fireball? No, you're not. You're playing his game now. Oh, badly whiffed slide though. Yeah. He's not risking anything, and Paladin doesn't have any meter to go through those fireballs with any sort of SUPA. So yeah, this is the time where I would prefer to see SUPA play a little bit more like Grimulus, because he does need to go in a bit. He's not the character, but there's not much life that Leona's going to get back here,
no.
So it's still going to be tricky, and she doesn't have much meter. 1 bar.
Mine has all the meter in the world to play with. Thing is, as well, is that she can end everything to be really safe as well.
Yeah, exactly. And well, she can do damage in the buckets as well. Well, in the corner, mid-screen, alright, not quite as much, but it's still she can hurt quite badly.
Yeah, especially especially max mode is always an option. So Paladin can't really afford to get touched.
Yeah, but well, one more. I'd like to see a little more earring, maybe. Just although if SUPA is buffering in,
there's 2 things: the fireball and the climax, because it jumps onto the wall and just.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I was just looking at the meter and realising that is going to be an ender of everything. And he's also got the regular level 1 and level 2 supers as well, which are, dashing across the screen. And at some point those could come
exactly
through a chip out situation.
Like Paladin refusing to go into the air, knowing full well because of the climax. But unfortunately, he was playing the match correct, but unfortunately just slightly overcommitted at the end there with the.
Well, he had to overcommit really. Well, he had to commit on something because time was slowly running out. As we both identified earlier, SUPA does use time as a weapon against you, and he had the life lead, so he had to come in at some point, and SUPA used that as an extra resource against him. It was good to see, though. It was good to see that there are more options being used against Andy. Let's see here what we've got. Okay, neutral backs up. Good to see. Always like it. Gonna pressure. Andy is he's zoning. See, down, not doing a fireball, just seeing if you jump. Good stuff. Pressing out again. Oh, got the jump in. Nice. Jump CD again. Oh, jump CD again. Nice early jump CD. He's got the pressure here. Oh, somebody went for a grab to put him back in the corner, but missed it. Oh, jump CD. He's going for these early jump attacks. I'd like to see Rock just stay down maybe and.
Yeah, Rock really has to. Oh, that's a big punish right there. The thing is that it's really hard for Rock to do air to airs. He has to really commit with the jump B. Otherwise, if Rock tries to go for JD or JCD, they're really slow buttons, and they just can't really do air to airs at all.
Okay, well let's see how Kaio deals with this. Well, he's pressing some buttons, getting a bit of extra pressure. Yeah, he's... Ooh.
Yeah, he's trying to use the Rekka to break through the fireball. It's tough because it's a really hard one to time.
Yeah, I don't know what the armor window is like on that, but yeah.
I think the light one just leaves it. Oh, the EX one just goes through everything.
Yeah, well, it was a good use of meter. Oh, yeah, see, that's the patience from Andy and from SUPA again. See, he's just staying at that range where he doesn't actually have to put too much on the line. Is willing to block, and yeah, he's just doing that. Well, we got caught by the overhead wrecker though. He's seen a lot of the low wrecker, and yeah. Let's see what happens. Oh, roll away. Nice chip out there. Yeah. I was a bit surprised that Kaio rolled away there when he had the corner pressure, but here's what it is.
It might be in a DP bait.
Yeah, true. Let's see. Ooh, is that over?
If you're not. Ooh, I lie. Same situation again.
Yeah. Oh,
it's gonna go for chip instead.
Yeah. I thought SUPA may have EXDP'd through it at that time. But see, maybe next game if this happens again. You never know. Let's see what happens. So now, the meter usage, yeah, he doesn't have as much meter as he did last time, Paladin. No. So he might find it a little bit tricky. So he gets such a big bang off King.
That SUPA was very, very well placed.
Yeah.
It's also, it makes, now he's done that, the threat of, more SUPAs. It's always there.
Yeah. But he's only got what? Well, he's got 3 EX moves or 1.5 SUPAs. But it's yeah. I think I'd like to see SUPA just chuck out a few more EX moves to use that meter, but also chip out a little bit more and do a bit more. Nice.
I mean, to be honest, he didn't need to at all.
Yeah.
He wasn't losing the neutral at all, and
I know, but he had all that meter to burn, and if you mix up regular fireballs with EX fireballs, it makes the fireball game a bit stronger and harder to predict and get around, and then it gives the opponent another thing to have to think about, and it's another thing on that mental stack, which then makes all your reactions just a few bit slower. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Andy, yeah, nicely done with the fireball there. Okay. See, once again, he's staying at that range. It's a very annoying range. It's inside full screen, outside of the half screen range. Yeah, he's meeting him air to air with jump D. It's just, and then he's not failing all the way into a throw range once he gets that hit. He's just using the fast down C, cancelling it into a fireball. I don't know, does Rock have anything that's invincible apart from his rising tackle to go through, say, stand C into fireball?
No, he's only got the he's got Buster Wolf as well.
Okay, so that'd be a hard one to time, especially online. Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah, it's a bit tough for Rock to break through fireballs. The fireball game. Like he can match the pace, and that's about it. Otherwise, it's the rest of it is KOF fundamentals.
Yeah. There we go. SUPA does the SUPA. Oh yeah, he's doing that. I think to bait out the grab. He's got that there. He's jump again. See, jump and wake up.
He is willing to just jump right in his face to completely avoid any wake up grab attempts.
Yep. Nice cross up. Oh, he didn't spend the meter though, but he still got the win. I'd like to see him. Now, is Andy's EX Fireball the slow one in this game?
Yeah.
So, well, I think that'd be useful at this stage. He's got a character lead. He is pressuring. I'd like to see him use maybe a little bit of the EX Fireball just to, pressure. If he's not getting the opponent come in to pressure him, but spending all the meter here. Let's see. Oh, one bar. Oh no, does it cancel it into the... Oh, let's see what happens. Oh.
And deep with pressure, but yeah, Leona It's always got the flash.
Chipped out, and Andy gonna get chipped out.
Ooh.
Might be.
Twinkle toes.
I like this. Yeah, let's see if he uses a little bit of meter to just increase his mind games a little bit. I'd love to see that. Just make life just a touch harder for Leona. Just because he really needs life to be harder right now. Yeah, same sort of thing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, sitting there. Oh, that was, I think, a Moon Slasher attempt, that neutral jump speed.
Definitely think it was that.
He's got so much meter here. I would love to just see Super, just, you know, the odd EX move or a CD counter as soon as Leona gets there.
I want to see one touch into
CD.
death. Touch into death. That's what I want to see. But Paladin though in full control right now.
So CD counters, where are the CD counters? There is extended pressure. You've got 4 bars. CD counters or 80 counter roll. You've got all that real estate behind you. Oh, he's got so many bars here. Oh.
Well, now he's got it for Mai.
Let's see.
Let's see, indeed.
He's got a lot of meter here, but the life is pretty close. I think, you know, it was the wise thing to 10 meter and kill off King when he could. See, oh, there we go. Very patient.
Ooh, ambiguous.
Oh, yeah. Let's see where he goes with this. Come on, it's zoning out very carefully. He doesn't want to throw a fireball too often. I'm guessing he's cautious of the super.
I believe that would be the case.
A nice little EX fireball that goes quite fast, so he has to be properly buffering it in. He doesn't have it anymore now. He's made him burn it, but Leona now has the life lead. So let's see where this goes, because Mai does have to now open up Leona. The time. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Super's playing at a range where it's not. Leona isn't going to get anything in with the jump in. I say that as I say that.
Chipped out.
Yeah. Paladin just kept pushing Super all the way back to the corner.
Yeah, so that was the thing. Leona was staying on that charge quite a lot. Mai was getting hit with a lot of EX Moon Slashes. And I think with King, if you were using some of that meter and throwing a few more fireballs, you would have forced Leona to, you know, use some of that super and effectively, you know, burn that resource that got the comeback against Mai. So I think it's a little bit of meter management, a little bit of, you know, maybe CD countering every now and then when you've got that full bar. But he's doing well. Really good read on the backdash.
Or even a Shatter Strike would be an idea as well.
Yeah, exactly. Just something to make Paladin think. Oh, it's a nice little combo there. Got a big bang for his buck. Pressure's good, and he's staying in there.
Rock does do quite a lot of damage. It's part of the reason why he's on my team. Easy damage.
Ooh,
nice to see. Big bait.
And super cancel, yeah, and stand C to reset. Oh no, you missed it. Okay, unlucky. Oh, I thought that was a throw attempt.
It probably was.
Oh, it's just missed. And look at that clawback. He's clawed it back so much. There we go. That's the kind of
really
thing I'd
good
like
roll.
to see.
Drops it.
This could go either way.
Him.
Oh, JP! I rendered. Oh, let's see what King does now. I would like to see a little bit. Just throw out. Oh, nicely done. See, that kind of thing is what I'm talking about. Just give him. Oh, this is not good. Yeah. And slide into a fireball or something like that. He's trying to chip him out.
Go for the chip.
Yeah. Oh, that would. Oh, I thought that was it. Yeah. That was nice. Yeah, he was. I thought he had the kill after Rock rolled through the fireball, but he did fast stand C and it was out of range. I thought he was going to do tornado kick or something like that. Okay, let's see. Wrecker? Oh, EX Wrecker. I guess it's partially right. Oh, let's see how this goes.
Drops, fortunately.
And he's got all that real estate. Oh, and he baits the grab out and gets the combo now.
Oh my word! Look at this damage.
I like to see him blow the meter. Oh, he actually baited out the grab again, but didn't get the combo, unfortunately. Okay, let's see how he does this. How does he deal with it? Very, very, just nicely done, patiently. Then slide it out. There we go. This is the kind of thing you've done that. You've got the life lead. Alright? Just use a little bit of it every now and then. He's going to probably try and go through with a wrecker, an EX wrecker, because he's got a bar and a bit. But there you see.
Unfortunately, it was.
He's still got the meter then. And slide away. There you go. Nicely done. Played around that wrecker like a champion. And really focused in on it. Now, this is what... See, he doesn't have the meter to play with EX fireballs now. But, in saying that, I don't think Leona's necessarily going to be buffering in supers unless... Yeah. Unless Super shows that he's willing to do fireballs.
Oh my word, all the overheads.
All the overheads. All nice.
Anti-air.
And, oh no, that could be it? No, not quite.
No, but
Yep.
just gonna go for trip.
There we go, again, oh he's done it one too many times. We noticed it earlier, and it's cost him. Yeah, just dashing forward, yeah, and look at Super, just, don't mind, I'll do this. I'd like to see an EX fireball maybe at some point. Nicely done. Just staying on that track. You can't bump into it. There we go. That's the kind of thing that I like to see. You could see that Leona was just sitting on that charge like he did in the previous, like the Paladin did in the previous match. And so King couldn't jump over, but he used the slide really effectively. So let's see what happens now. Yes. Just throw out some fireballs. Let's see what happens. Yeah, just little buttons. Take it out. There we go. Nicely done. And yeah, he's just playing this really safe.
Yes. Although this is also very scary because one touch, my can easily turn into
a super game. Yeah. What do you think? This is it? Is there going to be a shackle strike somewhere, or no? He's just waiting. It's 2 bars. It's dangerous, but it's not a. Ooh.
Oh, this is big.
This
is big. Yeah, there is the extra bar, but the momentum from certainly is pound inside because Super's might just keeps going, walking backwards.
Yeah, but he looks like he's got a handle on it. It's just chipped. Oh yeah, no, that's a recovery of the roll. Caught him. Yeah, he's playing very tentatively there against Leona, not throwing out, cancels into fireball every time. Sometimes it's tap tap, wait for the recovery, then fireball. So it's making it harder for Paladin to actually go and counter that kind of work.
I mean, that's the thing about Super is he is so unpredictable with the fireballs. Like, he's going to throw a fireball, but you don't know how or when or even like. And, it's hard to kind of get a read on Super and his fireball patterns.
Yeah, I'm liking this pressure though. Neither of them are actually giving much away here. Okay, yeah, just pushing each other out. Super gets that again. Yep, more pressure there. Yeah, he's making sure you don't press buttons. He's not going for big. Ooh, this could be a nice damage shot. Good stuff. Oh, not quite precision.
Oh, yes. He's brave. That I think.
Judo chop.
Yeah, because I think the wheel kicks +1. That one or +2.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was risky, but he went for it. Oh, nice shot strike.
Start the round. He's definitely listening in.
Oh, but he's doing well. Yeah, this is good. Pressure. Does he back off? Yeah, is he patient? Just waiting so that you don't just buffer in a DP and hit everything. Nicely done there.
Nice.
Next combo. What sort of pressure is that? No. Ooh, whiff down C. That can't have been on pair. Okay, let's see how this goes then. Oh,
wait, that's not
punishable. I thought it was, but maybe it was the wrong punish. That's something that we... Oh, nice anti-air on that red kick. Just fast anti, just kick him out the air. Just pressure, just see once again, staying at like half screen, just outside half screen range, backs off. And, his ranging is just superb. And then when you think you can come in, it's the Anakin elbow and you get hit, mid-jump through.
I love how mobile Super is. Like he's moving forwards, he's moving backwards. He's being so unpredictable with his movement. Paladin looks really slow by comparison.
Yeah, there are
trying to get. He's just trying to be calculated, but it's not.
Yeah, and I think
erratic
he's
the way.
sitting on charge
I love
too
it.
much. Like that. You see, he's going for EX flash moon slash, and it's hitting, but he's burning meter. And see, look, he's just sat there. That's all that's happening. Nice grab though, but it's something that I think he's relying on too much because he can run up and get grabbed now, or you know, King could run up and roll away.
Oh, that hit!
Well, he's willing to spend it all to try and kill as quickly as possible. I don't, you know, well, he's done
fair
it.
enough.
Yeah, but King can be a lot more aggressive now. Like no meter for anything here, really. No.
Yeah.
Oh no,
big.
this is. Oh, and this is going to go
Super.
into the timer, isn't it?
Yep, I believe so.
This is going to level
Now
it
it's
out.
3/4. Yeah,
Quite
that's
even,
3/4
yeah,
there.
level it out. Yeah, just I say pressure it out. Make him burn the meter if he wants to do it. And oof. But then he'll have nothing against Mike. Nicely done though, Super.
Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't have enough bar for an EX, so couldn't quite close it out.
Yeah, still doesn't. I'd like to see like maybe run away, run up, run away, run up, slide, just to bait out that charge. He's not charging a moon slicer. There you go. Yeah, when he's got that moon slicer charged, box. I like to see the slide just because you're not going to be reacting to that commonly, especially online, and it just gives you a little bit of pressure and makes you twitch a little bit if you're the Leona player. So I like the adaptation there, just with the slide to apply pressure from a range where, you know, the moon slicer is never going to reach. He's going to have to hit it as it sails in. So I'm liking that. But yeah, I think it's always a tricky management system for Paladin here, unless he gets the life lead. Yeah, going back to the good old fireballs. Oh, he got you playing his game there.
That's the thing about Super is if you try to match him on the fireball game, you have to expect a jump at some point.
Yeah, because he will do it. He is smart enough to go and say, you know what, this isn't going to go on forever. I'll do this at some point. And yeah, oh, nice rising tackle. Yeah, he's got that pressure there. He's now got meter now to, and see that, oh, just over half screen. Oh wow! Just over. See, once again, just walked back slightly. Half screen. There you go. Some back and forth there. Half screen jumps in. He's just keeping that perfect frame.
Oh, I don't think he was quite ready for the guard break. But...
Yeah, I wasn't either. Oh, I thought that was just going to be a fast Andy again. But there you go. See, that whole match, you had him in the corner and just had him half screen, just outside half screen, and it's like fireball. Wait, fireball.
Yeah, this.
I like it.
It's quite a scary situation to be in. You know, back to the corner, and you've got you can't make additional space. You have to really think about how to work around that corner pressure.
Yeah, I think the only thing I think the only thing Andy needs to do at the moment, or at least Super, is practice how to punish a whiffed wrecker on round open because it's quite a bit.
Oh, big boy combos.
He's playing really well. Good combo. Done. Oh, he's just pressing that C.
Yeah, the
Fast down C. Just chop.
There's too much mileage. Oh, makes it whiff.
Oh,
Should be enough to.
oh yeah. The woodchuck didn't quite do it all. He
Had
didn't
me
quite chop
a
down
little
quite
bit worried that it wasn't going to kill, but Paladin knows
enough.
best.
Slide on the round open. Ah.
Tries it.
Yeah, I think the slide might work on a round open against a record. It might go underneath it, or might beat, hit it at a point where there is no armor. I'd like to see how that works out. But yeah, it's just once again, he's just getting outside that character range that he wants to be in. Is he going to back off? Oh no, that's a bad jump. Nice.
Well, it's going to
See
scale.
what Paladin has.
Overheads do hit.
Yeah.
Do get affected by damage scaling quite heavily.
Is that crouch bees as well? Oh, lovely interruption. That was beautiful. That was happens to crouch bees as well, does it not?
Yeah, in this patch as well.
Yeah, good. Okay. So Nicely done for Super. There we go. Now, I think at this stage he's got 3 and a bit meters. Once again, I'd like to see him just use a few EX fireballs, make Paladin burn that meter. Because then once he's burnt that meter, it's over, really.
Yeah.
If you change the timing up, bit of sliding, which is always good. He's just playing it.
Really good guard cancel.
Nice roll.
I gotta say, Paladin so far is probably the best
well
user
done by
of
Paladin.
guard cancel I've seen. Runs
Yeah,
in.
he's made some good decisions. He could have done a little bit more with it, but he's now... See, this is the thing. This is where Super could use some EX meter for EX fireballs. Bit of slide when... Oh, no. Oh, well. Well, it's going to be close on life, sorry. He's going to get a fair bit back, but he won't have, I'd say, quite 100% back. Just under. So, yeah. He's relying once again on that Moon Slicer.
Yep.
Does Lloyd have a slide in this game?
Yeah, she does. But it's not special cancelable unless you do it off normals.
Okay. So
So,
if you range it right,
quite
maybe it's the option to go for. But yeah, equally, at this point, if you can see he's not charging anything, he's just blocking, which is fine. You know, do that, and then maybe an EX fireball, and then sail in. That sort of thing. Because, well, why not? You've got all the meter in the world. Although Super is slowly catching up, life-wise, all that chip damage is slowly adding up.
I think as long as Super doesn't put his back to the corner... Oh, this is big. This is big.
Is that
yep, level 3. Oh, no, he could have done level 1, level 3.
Well, he's done this now. It's still almost death, I would have thought.
Yeah, it's going to get an extra hit. Nice big chunk.
Not quite there, but yeah. Oh, and it's not that much meter that Leona has. No max up. Still got a level 1 super, but it might be dead before it hits level 2. Yep.
There it is. Takes it with the throw.
And that was Leona sitting on the down charge, in a crouch state. Had the moon slice, EX moon slice, but he took advantage of it. It's another one of those things, which, yeah, he cracked that nut, and yeah, really good. Really good fireball play.
You can beat charge characters. Like I say this jokingly, by the way, so you don't take it seriously. But the best way to beat charge characters is to jump at them twice.
Yeah, it's I think it's one of those things where, yeah, Paladin he gave Super things to think about.
Yes.
But I think there were a few elements where he was doing, say with Kaio, quite a bit of the Wrecker series just to do it, it seemed like, because he was predicting buttons and yeah, he did well though when he instead used meter on EX Wreckers and guard cancels. He was good on the guard cancel rolls. I'd like to see Super use a little bit more meter in neutral play when he feels comfortable with it, obviously.
Yes, absolutely.
But
I don't know, maybe he's just saving that bar for when he does get that clean touch. So
yeah, true, but he was getting so much damage just from open play that I think it would be...
I'm with you on, using the meter to win neutral, for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's not even just win neutral, it would be to extend and make it even harder to get in, because he is so strong and good at the neutral that, if you can improve upon that and make it even harder for them to get in, you take off, instead of 40% of their life, 50 or 60% before they even get in. And I think that's the kind of thing that I'd like to see Super try, especially in this game where EX moves only cost 50% meter and are, relatively strong. Especially for... That was a lovely interrupt there that I'm seeing the highlight of, sorry. It's the kind of thing that we saw from Paladin with counter rolls.
He's a masher.
You didn't hear? Yeah, I didn't say anything. Yeah, carry on.
Oh, well, Super's going to have something to say about that one. But yeah, I would like to see a little bit more from... Like, Paladin did well with AB counter rolls. As I said, I'd like to see Super use a little bit more meter, maybe in neutral, maybe on CD counters, maybe on AB counter rolls, whatever he feels comfortable with. But, if he's getting pressured in the corner, and you've got meter for a counter roll, why not counter roll through, and then you give yourself all the real estate behind you, and then you get to play that neutral game again. And if it's really badly timed from the opponent, you get a punish. Even if it's simple and small, you then have the corner, and at any point you can get, if you're Andy, for example, you get to get back to that just over half screen range where you go fireball. Wait a second. Fireball. Wait a second. 2 seconds. You know what? I'm gonna potch out here. Stretch my legs a bit.
That's what I like about SUPA is he shakes up the way he plays. Oh, and Maysey is the
viewer's choice. Yeah,
Right.
There were some nice things from was it Maysey's journey? That was the one.
Yeah, he had Shermy, he had Clark. I like how patient he is. Like, I just hope that he's able to convert that patience into something bigger. Especially as there were the times when he did get those touches, those jabs, but unfortunately didn't quite cash it out, or there were those odd stare downs because he is extending that patience a bit too far.
I think he was a little bit like Paladin sitting on the charge. Sometimes he was just sat there waiting just a touch too long. So I think a few more confirmations would be great. A little bit more of if you're playing with Clark, you've got a few more of those anytime juggles. That would be great. A little bit more Junpei maybe, but work around the fireballs, figure out things, because he was patient enough, but I don't think he was necessarily using enough tools, and there was a little bit too much prediction at times.
Yep.
I think,
Ladies and gentlemen,
a little bit of work there, and he's doing well. He's doing well for himself.
He's definitely doing well, and I look forward to seeing him get better. But but that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Tales of Mr. E, and I'm joined by none other than legendary Robocop. There's going to be more. There's more KOF, so we're going to go watch some CEO. So catch you guys on that side.
See you later, and see you soon. See you next week. All the best.